What's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be making creamy Tuscan salmon. Man, this salmon recipe is from TikTok. It's a fire recipe. You can have it with pasta or you can have it with mashed potatoes, whatever you like. Definitely give this recipe a try. If you have TikTok, go check out Bites with Bex. This is who I got the recipe from. Again, if you don't like some of the ingredients that she adds into it, like cherry tomatoes, I know a lot of people don't like those. You can put a different twist to it. You can also use a different protein. She used chicken in this video. I decided to use salmon. You can also use shrimp. If you aren't subscribed yet, go to YouTube, type in OTSLee. Make sure you hit that subscription button and hit the notification bell. You can also check out the playlist for more cooking videos for the OTSLee Plus. This channel is primarily a gaming channel, but I will be doing cooking videos, food reviews, etc. So definitely hit the subscribe button. Alright, so let's get started with the salmon. You see I'm using 3 different seasonings right here. I don't want to overpower the salmon with a bunch of different ingredients, so I'm going to keep it basic. I like to use the blackened powder on top, just to give it a nice color, a nice crisp. We'll generously season these 2 pieces of salmon with salt, pepper, and the blackened seasoning. Now I'm going to hit it with some oil. I use avocado oil. You can use whichever oil you have at the house. Just make sure you get a nice little coat of that, and then you want to rub it in with your hands. Make sure the salt and pepper combine well with the oil. Make sure you rub the oil in good, get each side of the salmon, and then we'll hit it with the Kinder's Cali's blackened seasoning. It'll give the salmon a nice color. Now I'm about to chop an onion. You can use an onion or shallot, whichever you have. Make sure you dice this up really well. I mean, if you like big pieces, you can go ahead and do a nice rough chop, but if you don't like big pieces, definitely give it a nice chop. Now that we're done chopping up the onions, we're gonna go ahead and get our cherry tomatoes out. Again, make sure you wash your vegetables. You're gonna cut these in half. I know this process can be tedious, trust me, I hate it myself trying to do one by one. But again, make sure you get a nice half cut on these. Now it's time for the fun. Make sure you oil up a pan. I'm using a cast iron here. I just feel like it gives the salmon a better sear, but it's fine if you don't have one. And for the color I get, if you don't have a blackened seasoning, you can use a Cajun seasoning. That usually helps, or like some paprika. But just look at this crust, look at the color of this salmon. Man, this is perfect right here. Next, I'm gonna hit it with a dash of lemon juice just to build a little more flavor for the salmon and have the dish a little more lighten up. This salmon will complement the creamy Tuscan dish really well. Again, you can use shrimp if you want to, or you can also use chicken breast. I honestly think using one pan will build more flavors for this dish, but I use 2. Anyways, we're gonna heat this up with some oil. We're gonna dump in the onions in, and then add the garlic as well. Let that get a nice aroma. Cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, or even up to 5. Whichever you like. Stir those around, make sure they can complement each other well. And then we're gonna add in our cherry tomatoes. Again, if you don't like cherry tomatoes, you can probably add tomato paste or some regular tomatoes. What I will say is you can barely taste these. These aren't like an overpowering ingredient. Now I'm gonna use some of Kinder's salt, pepper, and garlic seasoning before I add in the heavy cream. Again, if you need the recipe, go into the TikTok that I mentioned in the beginning. She will give you the exact recipe she used. Again, you can also have a twist to it. Now we're going to use some spinach. Make sure you wash your vegetables, man. It's important. The spinach will cook down a lot, so I'm going to use a couple handfuls of it. And then mix that in well. Make sure the cherry tomatoes and the heavy cream all come together. Man, this dish right here is fire. If you've never had anything like this, I promise you, you'll love it. Now I'm going to add some Cajun seasoning just to build a little more flavor profile. And then we're going to add in some Parmesan cheese, freshly shredded. Man, this right here is gonna be fire. Just look at the color that's already being created. Now we're gonna add in the salmon. Add both pieces of salmon. You wanna cook that in for about 5 minutes over low heat. Do the same if you're using chicken breast. If you're using shrimp, you can cook that down a little bit lower, maybe about 2 to 3 minutes. All this is doing is making sure that the protein is cooked through. Again, shrimp takes a little less time to cook, so you don't need to leave it in for that long. And now we're gonna go with the pasta. This pasta, just follow the box instructions. Most people are using box pasta. I would have used mashed potatoes, but I didn't want to cook both things at once. It would have taken way too long, so I resorted to the pasta. Plating was trash, so I couldn't put that part into this video, but you've seen enough. If you want to go check out the full ingredient list, go ahead and go to TikTok. The link will be down in the description. Again, if you aren't subscribed to OTSLee yet, go to YouTube and type in OTSLee. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. And then if you want to see more food videos, cooking videos, or food reviews, go to OTSLee Plus. If you have any recipes you want me to try, comment that down in this video.